In this video, we're going to go over setting up your autoresponder using GetResponse. When you go to GetResponse homepage, you can have a look around. You can take the video tour here, and here you can order. Now, this is their paid version. However, to start with, you can set up a free version. Just go to pricing, and then you'll see sign up free. Click on that. Okay, what you want to do now is you want to fill in this form. Okay, so what you want to do, you fill in your login information, which is the username you want and the password for your password. Down here you need to give a first, last name, email, and telephone number. This is so that you will comply with the CAN-SPAM Act, which is a law enacted to help prevent spam. Down here you enter your billing address, your company information if you have a company, and then you go and you fill in the words here to confirm that you are actually a human and not some sort of a robot, and then create your account. Okay, so now our account's been created successfully and they sent us an activation email. So we have to click on the link in that email. Okay, so I've clicked the activation email and now we can go and we can log in. So I'll click on account login up here and then just key in your username and password here. What you're seeing in front of you now is a dashboard where we can control all of our campaigns and information. But the first thing we want to do is set up our first campaign. So let's just click on campaign and we want to create a new campaign. Now what we want to do is give our campaign name a meaningful name so I know what it is. So if this is our dog training buyers list, we should call it something like that so we know what it is. Okay, so dog training buyers list. Create. Now what we're going to do is we're going to create our follow-up messages. These are the messages that they receive after they opt into our list. Okay, so it tells us it's going to be delivered in plain text, which is just what we want. Okay, so click. Okay, at this point, all we do is we put in our email. Now here we have our send bucket, and in here you can tell them when when the autoresponder should send them their message. So right now it says send 1 day after sign up. If you want to send it immediately, you can put 0 days and it's going to go right away. Okay, and then it's who it's from. Okay, and you can pick out of the drop down list and you can set more aliases up in the advanced account. Okay, next we have our subject line, and you can personalize this. Click personalize. List comes up, and then you can put their name in here if you collected their name, or their email in front of it, and all of these other items here you can actually put in the subject line in place of this variable. So if you collected their name, and sometimes you will and sometimes you won't, depends on whether you wanted to collect their name, you could do this here. So you could say first name, here is your bonus, or whatever. Okay, and then after that, you go ahead and you write the message in here. And again, you have this personalize, and then again, if you want, you can put first name, space, and then you continue with your message. Here's the link. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Regards, and then your name. And you're done your message. Here, you can add an attachment if you want. You can test the message, which is a good idea. You can check the spam score to make sure it's not going to get caught in everybody's spam trap because you got too many words in there that it's going to flag it, and you can save it as a draft if you want. Here you have track clicks, and what it'll do is it will mask your links so that it can tell if they're clickable. Okay, so we'll just save the message. Now you can also test it from over here. Just click test and then click test it, and it will send it to your email address. Okay, really it's as simple as that. All you do is you go and add your next message in the series. So we just create a follow-up. Okay, plain text. And then say 2 days. And then you just continue on in this manner until you have all your emails loaded up in your autoresponder. And now we'll just save the message. Okay, now it's time to generate our opt-in form. What this will do is it'll put a form on our website and they can fill in the form. And that's how we collect the leads. So we go to campaigns. Okay, and then what we do is we go to contacts. And here we're going to create a web form. Okay, you give your web form a name. And then you can choose if it's going to be an inline form or a lightbox pop-up. Most of the time on an opt-in form, you're going to want to use an inline form, especially on a buyer's list. So you can just give it a name here, and it doesn't matter what you call it. Okay, we'll go to the next step. Okay, and then you can choose the templates here. So we have the gray box, we have the blue box, we have a brown box, and we have plain. If you have a plain box, then you can go ahead and you can use HTML to make it look the way you want it. Mine's going to go ahead and choose the gray box. Now down here you can add custom fields if you want, or choose a custom field if you've already set one up. So you might want that if you're going to say, how did you find us, or something like that. You don't really need those in most cases on a squeeze page, but if you want an extra field, you can create it here, give it a label, and then add the field. Okay, here's where you can change this title and get your free bonus or whatever. Okay, and then you have your change submit button. Okay, there you go. And then click next step. And it has now created some code for you. Now, you have two different types of code. You have a JavaScript code, which is the easiest way to do this. You copy this and you paste it on a web page, it will use JavaScript, which is built into your browser, to display the web form. Now, you can also use raw HTML. It's a little more advanced and it allows you to do some more things with it. However, people can look at your source and they can see certain things on here. Okay, so pick the way you want to do it. We'll use this, and then all you have to do is paste that onto your squeeze page or onto your download page or wherever you want your form to appear. Okay, here I have a free web editor called Composer. Now, if you don't have a web editor, you can download this one. Just do a search on Composer with a K, download, and then you can grab this and you can use it to create your HTML pages. Okay, or you could open one if you already have one and just paste the code where it goes. Okay, just an example. This might be what your download page looks like. You might have a link here. Okay, and then what you want to do is right here, you could put in your code. So you go Insert, click HTML here, and it'll let you insert HTML code. Now we just paste. This is our web form JavaScript code. Click Insert. And you notice that nothing has happened here. And that's because there is not a JavaScript interpreter built into the web page. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to save this and we're going to open it up in our browser. Okay, so let's save it. Let's just save it as demo. Save it, squeeze, whatever you want. It's just a demo, so I'm going to call it demo. And then I'll save it to my desktop. And now I'll open demo. Okay, so there you go. That's how you can set up your autoresponder with your newsletter and get your code to put on your website.